Hello everyone, this is the Crimson Cure, welcoming you to the Crimson Tower, a place where we keep a feminine foot on the neck of the gynocracy, feminism, and black male misandry. So go ahead, pull up a chair, stay a while, and listen. Hey, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. We're going to go ahead and get right on into the topic, but first, a word from our sponsor. Hello you guys, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. And as usual, we're just going to jump right into the topic. So what are we talking about today? Well, as you can see in the title, keeping up appearances while you aren't getting the protection you want. And we hear a lot, or we've heard a lot over the past few years, the women of our community say that the men of our community don't really protect us. And this is sort of a general collective statement that overall, the women of our community don't feel like they get the proper type of protection from the men that they want or need. Now, everyone can kind of go back and forth about what is exactly meant by protection, but that might be a conversation for another time. We won't really focus on what protection is. However, what I will focus on is why you might not be getting it, and just the general concept of protecting things or why you protect anything. And it may have a lot to do with your appearance. And here I'm talking to the women of our community. Your collective appearance might have a whole lot to do with why you don't get the protection you want. And what am I talking about? I'm not necessarily talking about clothing or hairstyles or makeup or any of that. I'm talking about the energy, the way in which we carry ourselves, and the behavior and the things that we say. All of that is incorporated into a person's appearance, how they come off, okay? And a lot of us collectively have a whole lot invested in the "I'm a strong woman" mantra, okay? A lot has been invested in that over the last few generations, really. We're strong, we're independent, we don't need men, and we don't need X, Y, and Z. And when you have a lot of investment in talking about what you don't need and what you don't require, then people have a tendency not to give you that thing because you said you don't need it and you saying that you don't require it. You're saying that you are strong and independent in and of yourself. And when people are strong and independent, they don't really have a lot of external needs that other people have to meet because they have presented themselves as self-sufficient. They've presented themselves as not in need of anything. I mean, if they get something from someone, that'll be nice. It'll be like gravy. You know what I mean? It's the gravy on the potatoes. But I've got the potatoes, right? I've always got the potatoes. But if you want to add something, you can add a little butter and gravy to them, right? But I don't actually need butter and gravy to enjoy these potatoes. And basically, that's what we've said in our community to the men. Your appearance is that of one that doesn't need any help. In essence, when you say you're strong, when you say you are independent, when you say you don't need fill in the blank of what you don't need, then you're saying the very opposite of a thing that would need protection. Because things or people that need protection are often very vulnerable and delicate. They are vulnerable. We protect, some people do it individually. There are organizations that protect endangered wildlife. Why? Because they feel like the wildlife is vulnerable to the machinations of man. right? The habitats are being destroyed or what have you, okay? We will protect a child because we know a child isn't strong or independent. This is why we protect children, because they can't protect themselves. And they actually need someone to look after them. And they need someone to protect them pretty much at all times. And we protect valuable things, right? Because we don't want people to steal them. They can't defend themselves. So like if we have, a nice car, we'll put like a car alarm on it or something like that. If we have nice jewelry or watches, we'll put those things away, out of sight, out of mind. So if someone comes around and they might have sticky fingers, they don't actually see our valuable things and take them. So we protect the things that need protecting. And then there are certain things that we know needs protecting. And what we can't fall into is trying to backpedal certain things after you've invested a lot of time in it. So the women of our community especially have invested a lot of time in a lot of feminist thinking. And part of that thinking is women's empowerment, and that women can do, anything you can do, I can do better. Okay, so if men can do it, women can do it, and sometimes we can do it better, and we are not at any disadvantages or anything like that. And we are equal pound for pound peers to men. So if that is the thought pattern, and if that is what you actually believe and you live your life according to that type of thought, then you don't need protection, especially from your peer group, because women don't ask other women to protect them, because women, we're peers. Okay. And we know that we're peers. We're more or less on equal standing. Okay. As people, right? We have, sort of the same things going on, more or less we're on equal playing field as women, right? So we don't really ask other women to protect us. We don't lobby other women to do these things. Organizations that are hinged on protection, such as the military and police, they have women. There are women on the police force, and there are women in the military. But by and large, the majority that make up the soldiers are men. The majority that make up the police are men. So if we've got a situation that calls for our military, we wouldn't call upon a military full of women. The Dora Milaje are fake. All right? They're fake. I like them just as much as the next person that likes Black Panther, but the Dora Milaje are not real. And there's a reason why no country that I've ever known has ever had a full army of just women or majority women. Because we don't ask women to protect us. We ask men to protect us. And there's a reason for that. And I'm not going to get into all the biological reasons why women want men specifically to protect us. But the point is, your appearance doesn't lend itself to protecting. You appear to be able to protect yourself. You appear to be able to handle your own situations. You appear to be ready and able to deal with any contingency that might happen in your day, whether that's dangerous or not. You appear to be. Your appearance keeps you from being protected. You can't be protected because you're not vulnerable. If we had had a mantra of the last 50 years of being damsels in distress, oh God, why don't our men help us? We get the protection because we would appear to be in need of protecting. We would appear to not be able to handle certain things that come our way that may overwhelm us and be dangerous for us, where we need protection. So you've invested a lot of time in being strong. Strong things don't need the protection of other things. Your car alarm doesn't need an alarm for the alarm, right? You don't. So, if you want the protection that you say you need, that you say you crave, be something that needs protecting. Have some vulnerability. Don't appear to not need protecting. Appear to be weak enough to need protecting. Hey guys, this is the Crimson Cure, and if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to know when I drop new content.